This question tests understanding of value-added versus non-value-added costs in the value chain/lean management perspective. Key concepts. Value-added costs are activities that physically transform the product, increase customer value, customers are willing to pay for them. Non-value-added costs are activities that do not transform the product, do not increase customer value, can often be eliminated or reduced. Waste. Typical classification. Value-added. Direct materials, product design, creates product functionality. Non-value-added. Materials, storage materials, handling, quality inspections, often considered failure/inspection cost unless required by regulation. Step-by-step classification. Value-added costs. Direct materials equals 400,000. Product design equals 180,000. Total value added equals 400,000 plus 180,000 is equal to 580,000. Non-value added costs. Storage equals 50,000. Handling equals 41,000. Inspections equals 62,000. Not included in value added total. A. $491,000. Incorrect. Missing product design cost. B. $553,000. Incorrect. Partial inclusion or misclassification of costs. C. $580,000. Correct. Includes only. Direct materials, 400,000. Product design, 180,000. These are value-adding activities that transform the product. D. $642,000. Incorrect. This incorrectly includes non-value-added costs. Correct answer. C. Only direct materials and product design are considered value-added costs because they directly contribute to transforming inputs into a product that customers are willing to pay for. This question tests understanding of business process re-engineering, BPR, and its implications for management accounting. Key concepts. BPR involves the radical redesign of business processes to achieve dramatic improvements in cost, efficiency, speed, quality, service. It often includes eliminating unnecessary processes, flattening organizational structures, increasing reliance on integrated systems, e.g. ERP. However, BPR also has potential disadvantages, especially from a management accounting and control perspective. Loss of traditional control structures, weakening of internal control systems, implementation risks, and disruption. The key is identifying a major disadvantage from a control/accounting perspective, not operational efficiency gains. The focus is, to a large extent, on short-term results. Incorrect. BPR typically focuses on long-term process improvement, not short-term results. B. It often results in a decreased use of centralized databases. Incorrect. BPR usually promotes integration and centralized information systems, not reduced use. C. Internal control mechanisms are often disassembled. Correct. A major disadvantage of BPR is that in the process of radical redesign, existing internal control systems may be disrupted or weakened, creating risks in governance and financial control. D. It results in heavier maintenance for legacy systems. Incorrect. BPR usually replaces or eliminates legacy systems rather than increasing their maintenance. Correct answer. C. A key disadvantage of business process reengineering is that it can disrupt or dismantle internal control systems, creating risks in monitoring, accountability, and financial governance from a management accounting perspective. This question tests understanding of benchmarking standards, which are used in performance measurement and management accounting. Key concept. Benchmarking is the process of comparing a company's performance against internal standards, past performance or other departments, external standards, competitors or industry leaders. Types of benchmarking include internal benchmarking, comparison within the same company, competitive benchmarking, comparison with competitors, best-in-class benchmarking, comparison with the best performer in the industry or similar operations. Important idea. Benchmarking focuses on identifying best practices or superior performance levels, not simply routine historical performance. A. The performance of the unit during the previous year. Correct, except. This is not a true benchmarking standard because it reflects only historical internal performance, not a comparative or best practice benchmark. Benchmarking requires comparison with superior or external standards, not just past results. B. The best performance of the unit in comparable past periods. Incorrect. This can be used as an internal benchmark if it reflects best past performance, not just average or routine history. C. A comparison with a similar unit within the same company. Incorrect. This is internal benchmarking, a valid benchmarking method. D. The best performance of a competitor with a similar operation. Incorrect. This is competitive benchmarking, a key external benchmarking standard. Correct answer. Benchmarking requires comparison against best practices or superior performance, whereas simply using last year's performance does not represent a benchmarking standard but only a historical reference point.